Back in November, Bolton were in 22nd place in League One. They'd played 16 games, won just 2 of them. They'd lost 8 games and had a -7 goal difference and just 12 points to their name. They poached a manager that had brought Radcliffe from the National League North to League Two. And today, having secured safety in League One for Bolton, can we do the unthinkable and gain promotion for the 3rd season in a row, this time to the Championship, and this time with Bolton Wanderers? Welcome as we find out together to be a legend. Hello, it's a very warm welcome to, and I say warm, and I mean warm. I'm recording this on Wednesday, and temperatures are poking up around 30 degrees. My studio is downstairs in my house, and it is quite cool at this point in time, but the heat from the computer and the lights is making it feel a little bit warm. I might have to go and open the door to the studio in a bit. There's nobody else in the house, so there shouldn't be any background noise or anything else. But welcome to Be a Legend FM 26 dial. It's episode 53, and we started the series, as I mentioned in the preamble, managing Radcliffe, and then having gotten them promoted to the Football League, we were poached by Bolton Wanderers to come in and do a job and save them from relegation, which we've done. And we've got ourselves into a rather excellent position, and this is our story. Today, we have 2 games for you. It's Crewe away from home at the Morning Flake Stadium in matchday 45, and then we are home to local rivals, the team that could blow our world to bits. And the fans wouldn't be too happy. It's Wigan at home in matchday 46. My name's Mark, and thank you for joining me for this penultimate episode of the season, possibly. If not, we'll be playing in the playoffs, which means we'll have a few more episodes. But hopefully it will be our penultimate episode of the season. The next one will be a transfer special as we look forward to football in the Championship. Well, that's what we hope anyway. In just a moment, we'll have a look and see how we've got on since you've been with us. Last time out, though, it was a 1-1 draw against Watford and then a 3-3 draw against our series nemesis, Colchester. I'm beginning to think that we're going to bottle it. Let's hope not. Since you were last with us, we've played one game. That game against Swansea, it was a very narrow win. A 1-0 win, actually. Mahuka, after 20 minutes, it was a splendid goal. But it was very direct as well. Up over the top. Mahuka brought it down lovely. Stayed onside and put it away. Definitely, we couldn't find another way through. And as you'll see, they had 56% of the possession. 7 shots. They only had 3 on target, though. 0.42. We had 24 shots, peppered them, 11 shots on target, 1.94. We're struggling to put them in the back of the net. I mean, 24 shots, 11 on target. We should at least have had a couple more goals. 1.94. The XG suggests we should have at least been 2-0 result. But it was a result nonetheless, which is what we wanted. In other news, games on Tuesday and Wednesday. We played on Tuesday. And as you'll see, other scores that affect us. Preston only managing a draw against Leyton Orient, which was rather splendid, means that we've opened up a bit of a gap over them. Rotherham and Colchester 2-0 to Colchester. The other score, Stockport County a 1-0, which meant they come back up into the playoff positions. And Watford, they beat Wigan 4-2 to secure a playoff place in that one. And then on Wednesday, Barnsley 3-0 win over today's first opponents, Crewe, to secure them a playoff place. It's really between Stockport County, Doncaster and Wycombe, and Burton Albion. All the teams that can get in there. Still 6 points, so there's a few more teams that could actually get into the mix there. So it's not all done and dusted down there. All these teams will be fighting for a place in the playoffs. But the big score was Doncaster 2, Huddersfield, Doncaster fighting, of course, that they want to be in here. But they beat Huddersfield by 2-0, which was rather splendid, because that now means that we're only 4 points adrift of Huddersfield. And if Huddersfield lose their final 2 games of the season, we could secure not only a promotion, but go up as champions. That would be rather splendid as well. I don't care, really, as long as we go up. So that's how it is. The other thing to note, we'll have a proper look at the table. Stevenage, by virtue of their loss, if we go back one, Stevenage lost 3-0 to Blackburn, and it does mean that they are relegated as well. They're signed to League 2 for next season. Blackpool and Wigan still need to fight it out. So potentially Wigan could be fighting for their lives after the next game, and it really depends on Leyton Orient. In Leyton Orient win and Wigan lose in this next round of games, then Wigan can't really get out of there. They're 3 points adrift now and could potentially be 6 points adrift, in which case only 3 points on the table. So they need to win today, and we'll see how they do. They've only won 9 games all season, but yeah, it's all a big gamble today. So that's where we're at. Brought you up to date. We have played Crewe twice back in 2026 in the EFL Trophy at the Morningflake Stadium. It was a 1-0 win on that occasion. Abimbola, the scorer after 60 minutes, not in our team now, so I don't know who he is. Earlier in the season, we beat them 3-0 at home. Morley, Cisse and Dakri Cogley, the scorers, 1-0 at half-time. Cisse and Dakri Cogley scoring after half-time to give us that 3-0 win. A similar result today would be rather splendid and put us in a very good position. Let's go and see if we can do it against Crewe at the Morningflake Stadium. And here we are on the penultimate match day of the regular season as we face Crewe at the Morningflake Stadium. Can tell you, and I didn't tell you in the sort of intro part of the episode, Preston are away to Lincoln, who are in 15th place, and Huddersfield looking to secure the championship and go up as champions. They are facing local rivals Rotherham, who are currently in 16th place. So neither of them have a really tough task. And to some extent, both those sides are not really battling for anything. So they've got nothing result. So it's not like they're fighting to try and get in the playoff places or fighting to stave off relegation. They are pretty much secure for this season. So we just hope that they can muster something against those sides. It is football. This is Football Manager. Anything could happen. Our team then to face Crewe, and that's all we really need to be worried about. Results will go the way they go on the other games, and we've just got to play out and win both our games to secure promotion. Booth is in goal. It's Taylor and Tingy coming in for Lockyer, who's been a bit off of form lately. He's played 44 matches this season, been absolutely stalwart of the defence, but Tingy gets a start in that defence. Let's hope he can play and live up to expectations today. Scanlon and Cardenas are the two wing-backs. Cardenas was in for the game against Swansea, played very, very well. Let's hope he can do the same again today. Morley continues for the suspended. In fact, a very good question. Is he still suspended? Or no, Erhon. I hadn't realised that Erhon was back to winning to thingies. So we will leave Morley in there for today, but we're going to put Erhon on the bench. I've just realised my error in my ways, because Erhon has done his suspension, so he's back to normality, and we may need him later on in the game. So it's Morley and Simons as the defensive midfield. Gale is on the left. He's had a poor run of form as well of late, and slipping out of the way, as has Cisse. Cisse's not in the squad today. Try and buck his ideas up. McAtee is in on the right. Mather plays as the number 10 behind Mahuka, who continues to lead the attack up front. And then the bench looks like this. It's Collins, Dakri Cogley, Lockyer, Erhon, Randall, Warner and Dolby. And here we are at the Mornflake Stadium, Crewe Alexandra. They are playing a 4-4-2 today, making 6 changes from the side that lost 3-0 in their last outing to Barnsley. We're playing our familiar formation. We are in second on 83. Crewe are 19th on 49 points. As the teams come out on the pitch, Crewe playing in the red tops, white shorts. We're playing in our usual home kit today. Lovely sunny afternoon, no rain. And Mahuka gets us underway for this penultimate League One game. Scanlon punts one forward, but goes into touch. Scanlon with the throw in. Gale weaving around. Simons plays it to McAtee. Cardenas. Simons from distance. It's over the top though. McAtee with the ball. Cardenas. Tingy goes out wide to Scanlon. Scanlon down that wing. Scanlon has been tackled, lost the ball. Ball's gone upfield. And they are on a counter-attack. Amin is in. And a good save by Booth at the near post. Thorpe with a throw-in. Hooker nearly winning that ball. And Crewe are dangerous. And they've still got the ball. I don't know how they've come away with that, but they have. And we need to be very careful, pressing them high up. And they're through. It's come back off the post. And Luxor going away at the moment. Gale cuts inside. He's got Scanlon there. And Crewe again. Not had any attacking highlights for us so far. Crewe, I thought was going to cut that ball out then, but we need to be careful. They are dangerous. They've had their opportunities. Cut back, Holek, and it's in the back of the net. Holek. He scores, and we go behind on 19 or 20 minutes. And it's not what we ordered. Top corner, Booth not getting there. Scanlon with the ball in. It's falls to Gale. Simons come back off the woodwork and it's still alive. Gale with it. Gale gets a corner. Looks like one of their players has picked up an injury. He's gone off. Scanlon, McAtee. Scanlon again. McAtee's gone all the way back to Tingy. Cardenas, Gale into the area. And John McAtee levels it up on 34 minutes. We've gone very attacking to achieve it. And, well, we've done that 2 or 3 times this season and it's paid dividends. Cardenas backheels it to Gale. Gale draws the defender and through the legs of a defender it's McAtee on 34. They have a throw-in on that far side. Itahu, Williams, and tackle comes in from Simons. They've got the ball back again. They're through again, and they've put another one in the back of the net. Gerrigerson, the score up, but he's offside, I think. He is offside. It won't count. It remains 1-1. And 5 into the last 5 minutes of this first half as we go hunting for a leading goal. We're not going to get it. 5 minutes added on at the end of this first half. I think that was due to the injury to the Crewe player. And at half time, it's 1-1, all square. The only good news is Lincoln are beating Preston by 2-1. Huddersfield beating Rotherham, though. So as it stands, Huddersfield would be champions. But we would have as it stands, a 3-point gap over Preston. We need to win, because if we can beat Crewe, then we would get a promotion today, and that's what we need. We've dominated that first half. They've not really, I mean, they've had a goal, I would say, against the run of play. They've had 4 shots, 3 on target, 0.46. We've had 13 shots, 6 on target. Again, not putting our chances away. We've had plenty of them, not putting them away. Even if 50% is my reckoning of shots on target to shots, and then 25% of those in the back of the net, we should be in there. But 0.90 on the XG, it's not been good enough from that point of view. And Gerrigerson gets the second half underway for Crewe. We know what we got to do. Ball punted for Scanlon. Gale on the overlap. Gale. Oh, that was a very poor ball from Gale. It was almost like I couldn't be bothered. He won it back though, but Morley gives it away. Maybe we need to introduce Erhon. This ball swung out wide. Wilson hits it first time. Good save by Booth. He was offside anyway. Cut out by Scanlon. Gale has Scanlon in support. Scanlon tidies up. Oh, and now Scanlon's given that ball away. They press us high, but no reason why we should be giving the ball away. Clean passes, and they're going through the lines. Oh, and Scanlon's brought down his man. Hopefully that's not a red card. And yes, he's got the sending off. They have a corner. 68 minutes on the clock. Swung in. It's not cleared. And, oh, through it. Ah! Ah! Well, yeah. And we've got a highlight from the restart. Taylor, Cardenas, who's switched sides. Cardenas out to Gale. Gale into the area. Mahuka. It's defended well, though. And they come away with the ball. And we're missing that one player in midfield now. Gagarian. 86 minutes on the clock. We've not found a way through. And Booth clutching that ball. But it's becoming more and more apparent that this is going to be a loss, and we've got it all to do on the final day of the season against local rivals Wigan. And is it going to be another goal? No. Booth making the save, goes for a corner. And we're going to see the corner. We have conceded a few goals from corners. We're not good at defending them. Tabiner swung in. Lockyer heads it away. Lockyer, of course, having come on for Taylor, who's had a poor game. Booth will collect this. Chance to launch an attack now. This one punted forward, headed back into midfield. Erhon is there to tidy up. McAtee, Dakri Cogley, we have not seen a lot of today. Cross this in, it's headed away. Erhon from distance, come back off the woodwork. It's another chance, it goes wide. Into injury time, and frustration creeping in. McAtee picking up a yellow card, and it's all over. We have lost this game 2-1, and Huddersfield only managing a draw against Rotherham. Preston losing to Lincoln. It's not all done and dusted. We hadn't had, once Scanlon had got sent off, we didn't control that game at all, and we had to go gun-ho to try and get a goal. As it was, we conceded, which wasn't the best of all. They have 59% of the possession, 10 shots, 7 on target. We had 19 shots, 7 on target. We only had 1 on target all that second half. 1.44 on the XG against their 1.27. We've lost, and put ourselves in a bit of a difficult position with 1 game to go. And here are the results from that round of games. What it does mean is that we will be out without Callum Scanlon through whatever comes next. I'm guessing he's going to get a 3-match ban. He'll get one anyway, and that'll be up to 3. So even if we don't get it, I think we won't see him for the rest of the season. So he's another one that's out alongside Walsh for the rest of the season, which is very, very disappointing, especially as he got sent off the way he did. Huddersfield are champions. They are top, even despite the fact that they only managed a 1-1 draw with Rotherham because we couldn't win. It does mean that there's a 5-point gap with only 3 points still available. Huddersfield are champions, promoted to the Championship. We still have to get a result and hope that Preston, well, it doesn't matter. We just need to win, basically, against Wigan in order to secure that automatic promotion. If we lose and Preston win, or we both draw, then it stays as it is, I guess. But Watford could close the gap. They can't catch us, so it's only between us and Preston going into the next round of games. We need to get that win. Crewe then 2, Bolton 1, down to 10 men. And as you'll see, Preston losing 2-1 to Lincoln City, which is what's caused this to happen. Wigan are relegated. That's a big help because there's nothing to play for apart from pride. So they are gone. Blackpool could survive, but they need to win their final game of the season. A Leyton Orient winning. They've won their last 2, Blackpool, but it might be a little too late. And Leyton Orient only lost 1 in their last 5. So you're guessing that they really should probably survive. But it all comes down to the last day between those two teams as to who gets relegated. Still at the top of the table, Wycombe are in the playoff place on 72 points. Doncaster, Stockport and Swansea all on 70. Could still catch them, as can Burton Albion and Colchester. But there's going to have to be some sorting of results. So they could get caught. In fact, no. What am I on about? I don't think the 2 on 69 can catch them because worst case scenario, Wycombe would be there on 72 and they wouldn't have a big enough goal difference. So that's not going to count. It's these 3 here, Doncaster, Stockport and Swansea, who could still achieve a playoff place on the final day of the season. Right, it is 7 days down to the game against Wigan back at the Tough Sheet Stadium. We have home advantage. Let's hope we can make the most of it. We'll be back just ahead of that with all the news. Well, you come back and join me. The news is, as I expected, Callum Scanlon's sending off has been upped from 1 to 3 games. Been added a further 2-match ban, which means that he misses today and potentially misses 2 of next season's games, hopefully in the Championship. One other thing to note is we have invoked a clause that we had in Cissé's loan for this year, which was an option to purchase him. The only problem is at the moment we don't have enough money in the bank. We've got to wait until past this game, and hopefully the board will come up with next season's budgets and give us some money in order to purchase Cissé. Otherwise, he might go by the wayside. Right, that's brought you up to date. We have a look at the final game of the season. Wigan Athletic are our opponents. Up through to 26, September 26, we had a bit of a rum-do against them. But since then, in the EFL Trophy, a 1-0 win against them back in 2026, December 2026. Dalby from the penalty spot. And then last season, the return game was a 2-0 win at the Tough Sheet. On that occasion, it was... hang on a minute, is this first of this? So we lost to them last season at their place, and then 2-0. Beat them at our place 2-0, and then earlier this season we beat them 1-0. Mather the scorer on that occasion. So that is it. It's all in abeyance. As we know, we have to win this game. As it stands at the minute, we have a 2 points over Preston. We basically just need to win. That's what we need to do. Wigan already relegated. Hopefully they will consider that they have nothing to play for. But having said that, we do know that it is a local derby. And here we are, final day of the season. It's all come down to the final game and the team that will face Wigan Athletic in this League One match day 46. Win today will secure promotion. Anything else will mean quite possibly that we will end up being in the playoffs. Booth is in goal. It's Taylor and Lockyer as a defensive duo. Lewis comes in for the suspended Scanlon on the left. Cardenas continues on the right of right wing back position. Erhon and Simons in defensive midfield. Mather is out on the left today. McAtee out on the right. Randall plays as the number 10 with Cisse leading the attack today. He's, as I said, we have got a bid in for him to come in on a permanent basis from Stoke. And the other thing to mention is, of course, that he is technically an out-and-out striker. So that's the position we're playing him in today and may well start the season with, because we need somebody who can score goals. That's the main thing. The bench then looks like this. It's Collins, Dacre Cogley, Tingy, Morley, Warner, Gale and Mahuka. And here we are back at the Tough Sheet Stadium for this final game of the season. A must-win to secure promotion. And they are playing a 4-3-3 today with a defensive midfielder. We are second on 83. They are 22nd on 40 points, making 5 changes from the side that drew 0-0 at home in their last match against Cambridge United. And Cisse gets the game underway. They're playing in an all-purple kit today. Erhon, Mather. Lockyer on the ball. First highlight, McAtee, Cardenas out to McAtee. McAtee crosses in, looking for Mather. Didn't find him. Lewis tidies up, though. Lewis chips it back in, headed away. Cardenas tidies up. Simons, rather. Erhon scores from distance. Erhon back in the side after his suspension. And he gives us the lead after 24 minutes. Wigan trying to defend it. Erhon picks it up in midfield. Decides to have a go on his own. And it was a daisy cutter. And the goalkeeper, Tickle, messed it up. Mather. I'm not sure who gave the ball up there, but it was given up pretty wantonly. Taylor, Erhon, Mather. Erhon, Mather. Erhon seems to play well with Taylor behind him. Randall crosses it in. Cisse, it's in the back of the net. McAtee. Cisse couldn't turn on it. Saw McAtee, passed it to McAtee, and McAtee puts it in the back of the net. And on 29 minutes, we take a 2-goal lead. We've blown these before, so we don't take anything for granted at this juncture in time. But we are in the box seat now, having got our second goal, and it's looking good. Taylor, come forward again. Erhon goes out wide to Lewis. Lewis chips this in. It's headed away by Crowther, but back to Lewis. Erhon to Simons. McAtee, Simons, Erhon, Lewis, being patient, looking for the opportunity to open it up. Crossed in. It's saved by the goalkeeper, and it's gone for a corner on that far side. Can see the corner. Cisse with the corner. It's going to be a short one to Mather. Mather back to Cisse into the path of Cisse on his own. Tries to drill a shot, but Mather does. And on 37 minutes, we've got a 3-goal lead. And I'd like to think that we've done what we need to do. If we blow this, well, we don't probably deserve to go up. Well, we don't deserve to go up automatically. And quite possibly don't deserve to go up at all. The opportunity is there. Cisse and Mather working together, and it's worked wonders. And for the first time in a while, we've scored some goals. as in a boatload of them. Erhon out to Lewis. Mather. And to be fair, the side do look as if they want it today. They're hungry for it. Randall is into the area, comes back. Good save. And it's rolled back to Tickle in the Wigan goal. And he launches a long one. Lockyer underneath that to Erhon. Simons. 3 minutes added on at the end of this first half. And highlight comes again. What's going on here? Free kick outside the area, I'm thinking. It's Mather with the free kick. Is he going to go direct? He is! Good save by Tickle. And it's half time. And well, we've done the business in that first half. Is it enough to secure us automatic promotion? I'd like to think so. Cisse an 8.4. That's where we need to position him going into next season, obviously. 16 shots, 10 on target, 2.15. We're ahead of that. They've had 2 shots, 1 on target. Not troubling us at the moment. 33% of the possession, 0.06 on the old XG. Just to have a quick look and see what's going on elsewhere. Huddersfield are losing to Barnsley, which means that we would expect if we'd won that game against Preston 0-0 against Milton Keynes Dons. So as it stands at the minute, we are definitely promoted, 4 points clear of Preston in third place. And as far as the playoff places, Wycombe are still holding the upper hand as far as that's concerned. Stockport County, Wycombe are beating Crewe by 1-0. Stockport 3-1 up against Blackpool would send Blackpool down as well. And they get the second half underway, making 3 changes at half time. Obviously have hurt them badly. And they've definitely been a bit more potent in this early part of the second half. Mather, Randall finds Cisse. Cisse cuts it back for Cardenas. McAtee, Cardenas into the area. No, it's been blocked and played away. But Jamal Lewis is out there. Jamal Lewis crosses it back in. And they are on a break. Alves. And Cardenas decided he was going to win that ball. And it's headed back to Tickle. Past the hour mark. Booth with the ball. 70 minutes coming up on the clock. Smith. Cut out by Cardenas, who's having a good game. McAtee, but 2 on him. And he lost that in the tackle. But it's cut out. McAtee over the top to Cisse. Cisse! And brought a save out of Tickle. Mather with his back to the goal. Taylor, Mather. Taylor finds Erhon. Erhon to McAtee. Simons out wide to Cardenas. Cardenas, he's playing with the ball. McAtee, Simons, Randall. And it's gone over the top. And as we enter the last 5 minutes of this game, made the one change. I don't want to change a side that are doing so well. They've all played very positively. Cardenas out wide. Plenty of space. It's gone in. It's saved and they've come away with it again. Alves. Can we thwart the attack? It'd be nice to finish the season with... Oh, dear. Morley brought down his man. 2 minutes added on at the end of this game. I was going to change it to balance, but why bother? It's all over. We've got a 3-0 win, and boys and girls, we have secured automatic promotion to the Championship, which means that we have promotion on our 3 seasons to date. And the big question is well, what were we doing? And I feel sure we're in for a big bonus. Having done that, I mean, Cisse, that's obviously the position to put him in. 2 assists from Cisse today. 66% of the possession. 25 shots, 15 on target. It does beg the question again why we haven't put more away. 3.55. I think we were worth another goal, really. They've had 34% of the possession. 6 on target. Sorry, 6 shots, 2 on target. 0.25. They weren't really in the game. We had them buttoned down from the word go, and we've secured a win. Never mind what anybody else has done. Well, here's the rest of the day's results. We don't have to go through the playoffs, boys and girls, and we have secured that automatic promotion. As I say, 3 seasons in a row, and we thought we'd be challenging for promotion out of League Two into League One. As it is, we've skipped League One in effect and gone through it and straight through to the Championship. So we'll be playing some of the really big boys next season as we look forward to that. Barnsley beating Huddersfield on the final day of the season. I guess Huddersfield were really there. They were there. They didn't need to do any more. They finished the table on 88 points. We beat Wigan, our local rivals, 3-0. The fans will be happy, not only with the promotion, but also the fact that we've beaten Wigan. We finish on 86, 2 points behind Huddersfield in first place. And the other result that really is interesting is Preston ended up beating Milton Keynes Dons 3-1. They were behind after 63 minutes, but then Brunt, Cullen and LaRue scoring the 3 goals, which gave Preston the win. They finished third on 84 points. They will be in the playoffs and facing Doncaster, who finished up in the final playoff place. Wycombe dropping out in the end on the last day of the season, all on 73 points, and just literally got it on goal difference. I'm not quite sure how they separated Stockport and Doncaster, but I guess maybe head-to-head, something like that. The results then that affect that is Stockport County beating Blackpool 3-2, which means Blackpool are relegated, as we pretty much expected. Leyton Orient surviving, and they did their own business anyway by beating bottom club Swindon 4-1. Watford 3-1 winners over Reading. They will finish fourth. They will play Barnsley in the playoff final. Wycombe drawing 1-1 with Crewe. Crewe, they took the lead after 3 minutes, and Crewe getting back a minute into injury time at the end of the game. That man Holacek, the culprit, and that's what did for Wycombe Wanderers and stopped them from ending up in the playoffs. But that was death at their stadium. So that's how it's all ended. That is the final table. We will review it properly in the transfer special, which will be coming up next, because we've played all our games for the season. We're not coming back to League One at this point in any way. We will be, of course, looking at transfers and what have you now with a view to what we're doing. I presume. We have got initial budgets. Have a quick look. Right, let's post-match conference. No, well, the initial budgets are set, and 1.42 million. That's just about enough to pay for Cisse. That will mean that we can get Cisse in, but the board have set the initial wage budget for the coming season of 400,000. So they've given 165,000 actual wage budget. And a transfer budget of 1.57 million. These numbers may be changed later based. Okay. Come on, Sharon. We need some more money as it stands. Right. Well, it's some work to do there. I think we're going to have to bring in some players that aren't going to cost us any money, and a bit of wheeling and dealing. Either that, or we need a few outgoings that can bring in some money. We'll see. Transfer windows are strange and wonderful things. Well, I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. If you have, don't forget to leave me that big thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification button. That will keep you up to date with all future episodes of To Be a Legend, and it could get interesting as we get up into the Championship. New episodes of To Be a Legend released every Monday and Thursday, 4:15 p.m. Best way of keeping up to date what's happening on the channel is to follow me on X at JustOffside2. Next episode 54, is going to be a transfer special. And this time next week, we'll be playing our first games in the Championship. And I hope you will join me for that. Hit the subscribe button. That way you'll know when they're coming up. Don't forget our other series, the Rothosen Redemption as well. Until next time, I hope you've enjoyed it today and enjoying the warm as well. Till next time, goodbye.